In the Jurassic Park franchise, several species of dinosaurs have come and gone over the course of its now 27-year existence, but some of these creatures have become forgotten or abandoned in favor of other animals that were featured more extensively than their genetically engineered siblings. One such creature is the Carnotaurus, which will actually be making its film series debut in next year's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom to much fanfare and interest. While some of these dinosaurs that this series has covered become mere footnotes next to titans such as the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the majestic Brachiosaur, the Carnotaurus role in Jurassic Park lore is actually quite memorable and has been long awaited for those that are well invested in the series. Being first introduced as a mere toy for the first Jurassic Park film in 1994, here the Carno was given the ominous codename of the Demon. This name was given to the animal mainly due to its most prominent physical attributes being the presence of two raised horns on top of its skull, which had given it a very devilish appearance alongside other dinosaurs. A red and black color scheme was also added to help give the creature a more formidable look to other theropods as well. The next time the Carnotaurus would appear in anything Jurassic would be in the second novel by Michael Crichton, titled The Lost World. In the second book in the series, Richard Levine and his tour guide Diego come across a pair of hunting dinosaurs that have the ability to camouflage their surroundings in order to overcome prey, and the two are shown doing this in order to kill Diego himself once both men finish scaling the cliffs of the island. While these predators aren't given a name until much later in the novel, the culprits are eventually revealed to be none other than two Carnotaurs once our protagonists catch the animal stalking them outside of an InGen building. After the flicking of several switches and light being shined onto the skins of these Jurassic carnivores, their bodies are observed clearly to Levine and the others, in between the animal's chameleon-like camouflage adjustments. This particular scene in the Lost Worlds novel is a favorite among Jurassic Park fans for how intelligent our characters counterattack these terrible killers outside of their compound, with the simple introduction of a change in light around the dinosaurs' bodies. And while the creature wasn't featured in the second film in the franchise, it did become used in many of that movie's promotional merchandise and media, one of which is the Lost World Jurassic Park's Carnotaurus toy. This time codenamed Bonebreaker, and given somewhat of a reverse of its color scheme to that of its counterpart from 3 years earlier. The most notable uses of the Carnotaurus around this time, however, was its inclusion in several video games made for the Lost World. Serving as a boss in both the film's arcade game and the Sega Game Gear title, this animal is given its camouflage abilities directly from Crichton's second novel.
Ian! Sarah!
Get away! He's coming!
That's a chameleon-type dinosaur.
It would also be featured in the PlayStation and Sega Saturn game adaptation for the second movie, where the player takes control of a Compsognathus and attempts to outrun this giant carnivore, before becoming a small snack for the larger dinosaur. After this, the Carnotaurus was set to appear in a small scene in Jurassic Park 3 where Alan Grant and the Kirbys would dig through Spinosaur dung in order to reacquire their satellite phone and make a call for rescue to get off of the island. The script called for the dinosaur to finally be featured in a film in the series after its favorability and fans had become well known. Unfortunately, Disney would take the name Carnotaurus and use it for themselves in a movie released in 2000 called Dinosaur. This creature was used primarily to set this film apart from the Jurassic Park series Tyrannosaurus Rex. However, it interestingly used several different physical attributes and got its overall size from the Rex instead of the animal that derived its namesake, and as such turned out to be much more of a red Tyrannosaurus with horns instead of a true Carnotaurus. Nevertheless, the filmmakers of JP3 decided to replace the Carno for its intended scene in the movie with that of a Ceratosaurus, which oddly enough was given the size of a true Carnotaurus to make up for it. Eventually, the Carnotaurus would play a major role in a Jurassic story set apart from the canon of the films and novels, with the animal attacking several farm animals in the Jurassic Park Redemption storyline. Here the dinosaur was also featured amongst series newcomers like the Giganotosaurus, Dimetrodon, and Protoceratops. We wouldn't get too much information surrounding this dinosaur for quite a long time, up until Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom's trailer was released in December of 2017. Here the dinosaur was finally given a proper introduction within the context of the film series, as its first scene is shown to stalk the human characters of Owen, Claire, and Franklin. Unfortunately for some, the Carnotaurus is immediately attacked and subdued by the much larger and far more formidable Tyrannosaurus that resides on the island. It should be noted, however, that the Carnotaurus indeed is shown to still be alive, albeit underneath the massive foot of the Tyrannosaur in this scene, and the inclusion of a few other Carnotaurs are shown along the cliff in the trailer, once the pyroclastic flow begins to envelop the island. Since the entire purpose of the humans being on Isla Nublar was to rescue some of the dinosaurs before their inevitable destruction, I'm willing to bet that this isn't the only part of the film that we will be seeing the Carno in, as it's proven to no doubt be a long admired and intriguing part of the Jurassic Park franchise for so long. Whenever fans bring up the Carnotaurus in general conversation, its novel introduction is almost immediately discussed. Crichton's usage of the animals for the second book provided a very different threat than that of the pack-hunting velociraptors and territorial parent tyrannosaurs we'd become accustomed to, and instead gave us a creature that relied on stealth and illusion instead of brute force or planned coordination in order to subdue its prey. Being creatures that use camouflage, they are well known to hunt almost exclusively at night, and once the sun has risen on Isla Sorna, several other dinosaurs are shown to re-enter the Carno's territory, knowing that the carnivores will not be able to hide in the harsh light of the day. Up until the release of Fallen Kingdom, this is the entire history of this animal, which I'm sure will change once that film is released in June 22nd of 2018. But I want to take the time to thank you all for watching this video, and hope you all enjoyed today's content. If you feel like I deserved it, I would appreciate the like, and hope you consider subscribing so that you can see me again. Now I'll see all of you in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.